Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and welcome back to another show, another video, and a brand new episode. And yo, shout out to everybody who became a new subscriber. Shout out to everybody that's been down for a minute. Hey, yo, I hope you checked out my last video. It was like an hour long. I had to challenge myself. That's the only reason why I did it for an hour long. Just want to see if I can talk for an hour, because usually I'm a quiet type dude and I really don't talk that much. But I think it went along real well. It was on NBA 2K, NBA Live, in the upcoming NBA season. And speaking of the NBA season, right now I'm watching the Knicks play against the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm glad the NBA is back. It's my favorite sport. But also a little disappointed right now because my Mets are down 0-2 to the Kansas City Royals. So hopefully that'll change this weekend, and hopefully they can get these next three in New York, and then go back to Kansas City and wrap it up. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. But today I came here to talk to you guys about something that I find awfully weird, I guess troubling, to say the least. As of late, man, I've been watching a whole bunch of videos on, and these guys, man, the gaming community to me is one of the weirdest communities that I've ever been a part of. And I never really noticed it. All the years I've been watching YouTube, I never really paid attention to it until I started doing videos and scouting other people's videos and trying to learn stuff from them, and see what I'm doing wrong to try to make my videos a whole lot better, for a better experience for you guys, and also for myself, hopefully that I can grow and get bigger and better and everything. But the one thing that's been bugging me out, man, is how grown men act over video game consoles. It's a trip. It's a trip. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I am part of the Xbox community. Reason being, because I own an Xbox One. Now, the reason why I chose an Xbox One over a PS4 was simply because I had a great time with my Xbox 360, and it was just a console of choice. I like the options. I like the entertainment option aspect of the gaming console itself. So I like having that option that I didn't have, they didn't present with the PlayStation 4. Now, the PlayStation 4 is already known to be a more powerful console than the Xbox One, and of course the PC is superior to both of them. But either way, it bugs me out though, because I'm watching these videos and I'm watching these grown men, come in here and act a fool. I've never seen grown men act like this for a video game, and I'm wondering why that is. I'm still wondering why. I know I've asked that question before. And, I was leaning towards giving the benefit of the doubt that this is mainly, like WWE. This is just something for entertainment. They say this to get people riled up so you can get views on your YouTube content. God, if I don't get choked up saying all this stuff, get the views on your YouTube content, get your channel to grow up, and that part I understand. But I'm starting to lean toward that this is real. These are how these people act. And it just bugs me out though, for the fact that grown men act like this. There's a dude, I'm not going to name the names. He was found out basically that he doesn't even play any video games. He was reviewing games, but he was downloading footage from other big YouTubers and putting it on his YouTube account and just reviewing games. I'm like, well, he didn't play the game. And this was brought up by the Real Hard 8 Times. Now, the Real Hard 8 Times, this dude is a trip. This dude, he is one of my favorite commentators, and he likes to say that he's your favorite commentator's commentator. Now, you may not like this guy, and I don't agree with everything this dude says, but usually this dude is right on. And he and even Black Bond, now he and Black Bond don't get along, but Black Bond seems to roast these guys all the time, and they don't like him because we tell them the truth about him, which is funny to me because these grown men be acting super gangster over video games. I watched some videos last night. These dudes ready to kill somebody over some video games. They're going hard. They're going harder in the paint than Bloods and Crips do when they hang out with each other. When they at each other. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. The gaming community, I don't know why it's like that. And it seems to be just like Hard 8 says, is mainly the Xbox fanboy group. And that's why I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy, because I guess I haven't found the PS4 fanboy group or on YouTube or what have you, and I don't see them, just saying off the wall stuff like Xbox be saying. It's just almost like the Xbox fanboys seem to have some kind of complex that because the console is not as powerful as the PS4, and it's definitely not as powerful as the PC. And I'm like, so what? What does that matter? I mean, yeah, I mean, the console should have been better, but I think it could have been probably the Xbox could have been probably more powerful if they didn't choose to put all the entertainment options into the console. They tried to make it a one console that fits everything in your life, and gamers just want games. That's mainly what they want. The Xbox crowd, they figure the Xbox branding, I think they went after more of the casual people that they want to capture from Nintendo. But you know, Nintendo had that great sales. I think they led everybody in sales in the last generation with the Wii, but the Wii wasn't a gaming console. It was more of a gimmick than what the the Xbox 360 or the PS3. So it's crazy though. But I think that's what Microsoft was going after, and I think they made a mistake, and now they're trying to regroup and recover. But they're doing well in sales. You know, they're beating last gen at the same time in sales, and that's good for any business. That's great. If you're beating your last year in sales, that's great because that's showing growth. It's just the fact that the PS4 is setting all kinds of records with their sales, you know. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about this gaming community, man. This gaming community, for the life of me, I just can't figure it out, and I don't know if I will ever figure it out. It's just weird. It's a weird phenomenon. I mean, another thing that I find weird with the gaming community, and I'll bring it back to the YouTube stuff in a second, is the fact that I used to go to GameStop a lot and buy games. Now, growing up when I was playing games, I mean, we had a balanced life. I mean, personally, like, we played basketball, we played baseball, we played football, we ran around, we chased girls, you know what I'm saying? We did all of that. You know, gaming was just gaming. It was just like, okay, I play sports games, I play role-playing games, play action games. We played all types of games. And then when I got older and I saw this with all these different games, that, you know, first thing that blew my mind was the fact that some gamers hate sports games. I'm like, how could you hate sports games? But I'm a sports fan though, so I guess I'm ignorant to that. But it's like role-playing games or real-time strategy games don't consider like sports games as real games. I'm bugging out. I'm like, they're just games. That's all they are. And that's a different divide that's within the gaming community, which is weird to me, which I don't really understand. But hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, because like somebody like me, I play all types of games. I play them all. It doesn't matter. Racing, as long as the game's fun, I'm cool with it. Except for indie games. I'm not playing no more indie games. You know what I'm saying? If they look like they're 8-bit and they came from the 80s, I'm not playing them because I grew up on that stuff, and I'm not playing those type of games. I want realism. I want AAA type games when I play games. That's just me. So, you know, then like, I'm tying this back into GameStop. Like, there were nights when I go to GameStop, especially for the midnight releases back in the day. Let's say, for instance, like if I go out there and get Madden or 2K or something like that, most people that I would see up there getting the games, it'd be very few, I would say, quote unquote nerds. But you know, I see, well, let's be honest, I see mostly black people out there getting those games. That's being straight up honest with you. And it's cool seeing that. It's like, okay, we talk, laugh, and giggle and all that stuff like that. But then, like, if I go up there and get something like, let's say Halo. Let's say if I went up there to get Halo. Now, this is a different crowd. Now, you'll see the black guys in there. You'll see some older guys in there like myself, or some younger guys in there like my little cousin or something. But the thing would trip me out when I'm talking to these people, I didn't realize how deep these fans are in the lore. I mean, they'll tell me stuff about the comic books, the goddamn, you know, the TV show, the backstory behind all of that. And it was crazy. Like, the stereotypical, honest to God, what you would think a nerd Game Boy, not the little handheld console thing or whatever, but like a Game Boy, a game person, or a gamer, for lack of a better term, what they would look like, what you would think what the worst one would look like. Somebody who's severely overweight, got pimples in their hair, you know, pimples on their face, and they got, you know, just really not kept up or whatever. I've seen those people in GameStop at night and buying games. I mean, they're nice, they're cool. I talk to them. Hell, I talk to everybody. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I sit back and watch people. But seeing that in real life, I was just floored, because I'm like, wow, those people really do exist. It's just like the M&M commercial. Man, they do exist. But you know, it's still all good time was had about all. It's just weird though, man. I guess it's cool to be, you know, it's cool to have those type of people who have that kind of love for video games. Cause I love them to a certain point. Cause I remember one time when I was dating this girl and we were living together. Actually, the mother of my children when we were living together. It was somebody had asked me at work. It was like, yo, I know you play games a lot. He said, what'll happen if your girl want to spend time with you that night? She want to make love to you that night. What are you gonna do? I say, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn the game off. I'm either turn it off, pause it, or save it. They was like, well, what if there's no save point? Well, I will turn the game off. I'm like, I'm gonna spend time with my woman. I'm gonna spend time with my woman. What are you talking about? That's my woman. She's the best video game that you can have. You know what I'm saying? That's hands on right there. You know what I mean? Not trying to get too graphic, but yo, the game ain't coming over my woman. The game won't be there. Just like my job, I'm not gonna miss a day of work for a video game to play a game because the game's gonna be there. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna front. Now I do take vacations to play a game now because I want to spend a lot of time playing that game. Like if it's something I'm really excited about. Like even earlier this year, I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't have any money to really go off and travel. But The Witcher 3 came out. I took a vacation that week, so I have time to play the game. So I enjoyed doing that. Still went out, had some fun, hung out with some people, hung out with the family, you know, danced, got my little two-step on. You know what I'm saying? I did a little stuff like that. So when it comes to games is not my end-all, be-all, and it'll never be that for me. It's always an escape. But again, like I said before, but to see grown men and the way they act towards a video game is ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous and preposterous for someone to act in a manner like this is life or death for, you know, over a console, over a piece of plastic, over a company that don't even care about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They care that you bought their product. Only thing they care about is they got the product in your home. They got it in your hands, and you're paying for the online stuff and buying the games for it. It's the only thing they care about. Because I guarantee you, because like when I was out sick, Microsoft did not come to my hospital and sit up there with me and say, yo, Beam, how you doing today, man? Are you doing okay? They ain't send me one email. They ain't even, you know, they ain't check on me for nothing. If I ain't had no food in the house, they wouldn't check on me for that either. You know what I mean? So screw all that. It's just a game. It's not life. It shouldn't be your life. And I'm telling you this, if you're living like this, in you letting a video game in any console or any materialistic thing that you have define who you are, then there's a problem with you. I mean, seriously, I hope you don't get mad at me for saying that, but seriously, there is something seriously wrong with you if a material piece of plastic or any kind of material object defines who you are as a human being. Then that's a real issue. You need to have some balance in your life. You may need to put the game down, but more than just a day. Put the game down for a month and actually go out and experience the world. Go out there and talk to some girls. If you're a guy, go talk to some girls. If you're girls, go out and talk to some guys or whatever your sexual preference is. Get out there in the world, go do something. Go do something. You got children, spend time with your kids. You got an old lady, spend time with your old lady. You know what I mean? Do something other than that. Don't let this define you, man, because just like video games may not be here always, you know what I'm saying? Then what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Video games may be passe one day, which I doubt it anytime soon, but it could happen. Anything could happen. So then what are you going to do? What kind of human being you're going to be? What type of person do you want to be? How do you want to, what kind of legacy you want to leave, you know, for people in the future? You know what I'm saying? So don't let a video game define who you are. And don't go ham just for the Xbox One. It's just a game. And don't go ham for a PS4 or a PC. It doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if you're going to do it jokingly, I get it. But if you're taking it seriously, man, then there's a serious problem with you, and you really, really, truly need some help. You need some serious help. So, anyway, that's really what all I want to talk about. I mean, about done with the video. I'm just playing some of this Metal Gear. I hadn't played it in a while and decided to do one of these story missions, and it did take me a little while to get through there. Some of the stuff I cut out, man, some of the stuff on this one mission here was kind of gory and kind of took me for a loop. Not just for saying just dying at the end so much right there, but it was pretty bloody. And some of the experiments that they were doing on these children and these people in there, that was kind of disturbing. I ain't gonna front on that. That one kind of got to me. Usually video games don't get to me with the blood and gore. I got desensitized to it, but to think about that, and that could happen to somebody. And if people do that in these war-torn countries that we don't know nothing about, that they experiment on people and separate children from their families, and they become these child soldiers are real, especially in Africa. Being a child, you imagine you growing up being a child and you got to join an army. Man, that's crazy, man. I've never been in the military, and I respect military people to the utmost. I have a lot of family members that's been in the military. I have, a lot of friends. I have one of my friends, man, he suffers from PTSD pretty bad. So, it's hard. It's hard on them, and thank them for our freedom. Thank the soldiers. If you ever got a problem with soldiers going to war, I don't mind you protesting, but don't take it out on the soldiers. Soldiers only do what they're told to do. Who you need to take it out on is your congressman, the president, or who's ever making the calls, not the soldiers themselves. So you see a soldier, don't disrespect the soldiers, man. Just give them a big up, because like I said, they're just following orders. That's all they do. They just follow orders, and they just do it because they believe they're protecting the freedoms of the United States citizens. So if you have any problem with the war, again, you may not agree with the war, that's fine. I agree with you. We shouldn't be America shouldn't be in everybody's business, but it is what it is. But don't take it out on the soldiers, man. Always, look out for your soldiers, man. They like I said, they just do what they told to do. So anyway, about to come up on the end of the video. So I hope you had a chance to check out the last video again. Like I said, it was an hour long. It was something fun to do playing NBA 2K. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And it's your boy King Bean. I'll holler at you dudes later. One love. Peace.